Hey friends, this is Mrs. Wolfie from our Half Acre Homestead, and today I finished canning 50 pounds of carrots. The good news is you got a video. Bad news is, not sure how much of that video you're going to see because I have not received my camera yet. Now, I always use the same camera, some kind of form of Canon Vixia, okay? Nothing fancy. But when I record with that camera, the red dot means it's recording. Well, I've been recording with my phone while I wait for my new camera. And the phone, when you're recording, the red dot means it's not recording. So I got a little confused. So what you're not going to see is me peeling and cutting up 50 pounds of potatoes. I'm not sure if I showed you that I washed the jars, I washed the lids, I got my canner ready, because I ended up filming most of the canning process with one hand. But it should be an adventure. Here we go. 50 pounds of carrots. So I already have the salt in. Like, I'm doing this one-handed for y'all, guys. My carrots are in nice chunks. If you find some of them are too big, look for a few smaller ones to fill in the gaps. And I'm canning these in quart jars because that's how much carrots Howie and I would eat. If they were diced smaller, then I would do them in pints, but because they're in chunks, I need more room. I'm using the quart jars. The salt's already in there. In goes. So these are raw packed with hot water. I am sorry for the awkward angle. Debubble. Always debubble. Make sure you get all the air out of that may be trapped around the carrots. Because if you don't, when it goes under pressure in the canner, the air will push up so fast, it will push water out of your jar. So always debubble properly and always wipe your rims with a clean, damp paper towel. On goes the lid. And I'll show you how to one-hand fingertip tight it again. Make sure your lid goes on nice. Press down and turn. See? Because it's catching on the thing. It's catching on the towel, which gives it some friction enough that you can make that fingertip tight. So when the canner's full, we'll be back. Okay, there's my canner full. I am going to put the lid on and we'll be right back. Okay, so here's the canner. As soon as this button pops up, meaning that this is sealed, and this is venting a steady stream of steam, we're gonna set the timer for 10 minutes. Always vent your canner, folks. Don't skip a step. There's a reason why we vent the canner. It is to push the air out so that when you put the weight on, it creates a vacuum. If you don't press the air out, you don't get a proper vacuum. Okay, our little bobble is up. We are now venting a steady stream of steam. I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. And once the timer goes off, I'm going to put a 10-pound weight on here. Now remember, folks, your weights and measures and canning times may change if you live 1,000 feet or more above sea level. So please check your manufacturer directions. Our timer has gone off. Okay, so we're going to put our 10-pound weight on. And as soon as we get our first vigorous jiggle, I'll be so glad when canning season's over and I can give these a good scrub and put them away. As soon as this gives us our first vigorous jiggle, we're going to start timing for 30 minutes. Raw pack or hot pack, raw pack or blanch pack, hot pack, it doesn't matter. It's 25 minutes for pints, 30 minutes for quarts, and you start timing after the first vigorous jiggle. Okay, we just had our first vigorous jiggle, so I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. And I've turned it down a little bit so that it goes more gentle, and we'll be back when this is done. Okay, our timer has gone off. And now we're going to shut the canner off and we're going to let it cool naturally. That's one of the things. This is an indicator Okay? Don't jiggle the weight, letting air out. Don't ever try and lift the lid when this thing is hot. Don't immerse it in cold water. Don't wrap it. Don't jiggle it. Don't do anything. Letting the canner cool until it's comfortable to touch is part of the canning process. And remember what I said about not skipping steps. There it is, folks. 28 quarts of carrots. They say there's a pints a pound the whole world round. Now, if I had cut these smaller, I probably would have only gotten 25 quarts. But guess what? That was 50 pounds of carrots. Yay! This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead, and I'm really happy that I got another bag of carrots for canning. I just feel like it's going to be one of them winters. Take care. God bless.